The last 5 years have been trying for everyone, and the last 12 months have been a step beyond, especially here in the U.S. with the election. It's time to reconnect with joy. Stay tuned to find out how. Welcome to the Peep Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Maroc, and I'm grateful you're here. The two big ideas behind the Peep Podcast are to show that the paranormal is more normal than most people think, and to connect the science to the psi, including ESP, psychokinesis, and intuition. In the process of covering these topics, we also delve into holistic health and healing, and that's what this episode is about. Instead of discussing a specific healing modality, we're going to talk about an event happening in March. And if you are not local to the Triangle area of North Carolina, you may want to keep listening anyway, because you might be inspired by what we have to say. Balance Body, Mind, Energy Fair will happen on March 23rd, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Paramount Event Venue in Morrisville. My friends Tracy and Rick Hawkeye Noriega are organizing it. Side note, you may remember Rick from episode 12, Rick Noriega, Early Childhood NDEs and Other Paranormal Experiences. At the event, I will have a table representing the podcast, my healing work, and some signed copies of my books. There will be an acoustic music duo who I can vouch for being extremely talented, and a plethora of vendors handpicked for their authenticity. On this episode, Tracy and Rick join me to discuss what sparked the idea for this event and what their hopes are for all who attend. Let's dive in with Tracy and Rick. Hi, Rick and Tracy. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Hello, hello. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm so appreciative that you all are here to talk about an event that is coming up in March of 2025. I have to specify the year in case somebody's listening to this after March of 2025. But Rick has been on the show before. He was in episode 12 way back in 2021. It was March. So, hey, we're coming up on the anniversary of your being on the show. And Tracy has not been on the show yet. So I'm going to give Tracy a chance to tell a little bit about herself and how she got interested into this paranormal world. And yeah, I'm just going to let you take it.
Sure. I grew up in a family where paranormal experiences were commonplace enough that I didn't realize they weren't commonplace for everyone else. And all my life have sort of had a weird knowing. Sometimes that comes from dreams. Sometimes that comes from just feeling an energy. But I come from a long line of people who kind of existed in this space without giving it a name. So introducing myself to the idea of it being paranormal was an interesting mindset shift for me, because then I had to have an awakening somewhere in middle school that this isn't what everybody else experiences in life in the same way that I do. Yeah. So, and then I've been around the space a while. So I have helped out here in North Carolina, but I also did some stuff in Ohio before moving here, and have met with folks in various parts of the country. And I love I love the idea of connecting with each other on a different level, but also kind of with the greater universe on a different level. So for me, it's really interesting to hear these topics and to think about the world in a different dimension. in a different way. Every time I listen, I feel like I learn something new.
I love that. And it sounds like kind of a similar story to Rick. Rick, I think it was 4 years ago, but I think I remember you saying at some point in your childhood you realized that maybe everybody wasn't experiencing the world the same way you were.
Yeah, that's correct. Like Tracy said, I thought it was just kind of normal.
Hmm.
I thought everybody did this, but yeah, then you find out that's not true.
Yeah.
And then people give you that odd look, and you don't talk about it as much in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Uh,
that
yes.
that experience.
Yes. And then at some point you grow up and you realize, well, this is who I am. And
Hmm.
Yeah,
not only can I talk about it, but I can use it to help other people. And so,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
So
I agree.
let's talk about this event that we're going to use to help other people. What is the name of it? When is it going to be? Um, where is it going to be? Like we'll cover the basics and then we'll get into like who it's for and who's going to be participating.
Rick, you want to talk away about it?
Okay, I sure can. The name of the event is called Balanced Body Mind Energy Fair, and because that's basically what it is, you come in there. We want people to come in who's feeling a little out of sorts in their body and mind and their energy, and get it all back together and synchronized, because I feel that, we feel, I shouldn't just say me, but Tracy and I feel that it's time. It's a lot of people are out of sorts. I talk to a lot of people and they say there's just something not right anymore. So that's what we want to do. Try to get the energy flowing through all facets of your life. The event is on March 23rd, like you said, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Paramount Event Venue, and that's in Morrisville, North Carolina. And it's a beautiful place. There's one room is going to be where all the vendors are, and the other room is going to have the workshops, and it's very nice. And I just, as soon as I walked in, it had great energy, and I think, oh, this is perfect. A lot of weddings go on there, so there's a lot of love in the air, and so it's very positive in there. I just knew it was a great fit, a perfect fit.
And the goal is, to bring some harmony back to things and also to bring some joy back to things, to bring some good energy back around. I feel like since really the pandemic and just before, things have been so heavy energetically. We've got this kind of pileup of planets happening in the sky, and I think that is definitely having a little bit of an effect here on Earth. But I also think just negative breeds negative, right? So um, two negatives still make a negative. So if we can throw a couple of positives in there, I think we shift it so we get more positives multiplying as opposed to negatives multiplying. And so part of the goal is just to kind of help people get through some of this energy and to bring back a little happiness and a little bit of centeredness so that we can shift things out there and make them more fun and lighter and maybe be a catalyst for some positive change on a bigger scale too. So we're starting locally because that's where you can really impact things at the
Mhm.
most is the people around you. Um, but as we know, every domino falls and it helps another domino, right? So
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I think we can tip this tide by starting locally close to home and making people feel better, and then those people will help other people, and then it'll just expand.
I agree. That
Exactly.
is,
Exactly.
is let your light shine, lend to other people your light as needed, and let them find their own spark, help them find their own spark within them so that their light can shine and it can just spread out from there.
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, the people that this is for are people who are feeling out of sorts, maybe feeling that their life isn't quite in alignment or they have some energetic blocks, whether it's emotionally, psychically, physically, that they want to take care of.
Hmm.
Mm.
Um, and anybody who just needs a little bit of extra like happiness and joy in their day can come and just reconnect to that feeling.
Yeah, exactly. And also for people who have some of that to share. So some of us have gotten really good, I think, over the course of the last decade at being that light, right? So we've learned to shelter and nurture that inside ourselves. And those folks have something to teach right now. So
Hmm.
we have a whole lineup of folks who have done that work, and that is some hard work sometimes to learn to be the light and be able to share it. And we've I'm excited to connect people who need it to people who have it. I think that's the way we teach and spread and help people find their spark inside.
Yeah.
Right. And I've many of the clients and a lot of people I meet and I talk to, there's a common thread. They want to meet like-minded people. And there's a lot of us out there,
Mhm.
but they just don't know where to go and connect. And I know I've met many like-minded people at events like this. So I think it's another way to grow the community and get the community together.
Mhm.
So if if you're looking for some like-minded people, is an excellent place to do, excellent spot to
Absolutely.
do it. And the people who do this or go to this, they're very open-minded. It's very light energy, very open and accepting. So it's a nice, safe spot.
Yes.
And I love that it's in a wedding venue that is like drenched in kind of love and fun and, energy from the dance floor. It's like that's
Yeah.
exciting. I think that'll be really cool to have people kind of be able to feel that in the air.
Mhm. Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
It's much better than a play. And I'm not knocking a civic center or a convention center at all, but those places, a lot of times, the energy is much more focused on like business
Mm.
and
Yeah.
like struggles and how do I fix this issue and that sort of thing. Whereas we're going to be more focused on love and light and how do we reconnect to that joy and that spark. And it
It's a little different to be at a
yeah,
place where people said, I love you and I will love you forever and then dance on the floor as opposed to a spot that maybe where people were buying a boat. Like
right.
it's just a little bit of a different
Which
energy,
I mean, they're
Well,
committing
for
to the
both.
boat, but
They're committed to the boat, but maybe it wasn't their
Yeah.
dream boat. I don't know. Won't
But
judge.
yeah.
We all do things.
yeah. But
But
but at
yeah.
this place, you're marrying your dream boat, so it's all
Right.
good. Wow,
Yeah.
how
Exactly.
cheesy can I be? Um, so what kind of vendors, what kind of healers and people are we going to meet there?
Oh, well, I try to make it, or we try to make, I keep saying I'm so sorry. We try to make it as diverse as possible. So we're just not concentrated solely on card readers or mediums and astrologers or things like that. But there's going to be vendors who sell crystals and essential oils and some holistic centers, healing centers. There's going to be a couple of them. There are going to be some card readers and mediums, and there's also going to be an animal communicator. I'm trying to. There's going to be a lady who does past life regression, hypnosis, and she's amazing. I've been to her a few times, and she's just incredible. Some other people who make their own products. They make their own soap and face cream. Um, well, I'm trying to think. I think I have a masseuse lined up. So everybody loves to get a massage, and that was the perfect time to get one,
Oh
especially
yeah.
after cold, quick months. Um,
And of course,
come on.
there are readers, and there's photography, aura photography,
Yeah,
and
or
spirit photography, and
oh,
fairy hair, so you can get your hair done.
fairy hair, that's right. And a lady who does spirit portraits as well.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a good mix. I'm sure I'm forgetting them right now. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal is was to have a big mix. So some folks who actually
yeah,
focused on your body, your physical being in this. So the massage, the hair, the skin care,
Hmm.
those types of self-care kind of things, because we are in a physical body, and a big part of how we feel about ourselves and about the world has to do with how we're feeling inside that physical body. So it deserves some love and attention, but then also the energy kind of folks who are bringing looks into our past lives, or into our aura, or into how the world is playing out around us. And then the mind aspect too, so it's holistic health, it's the bringing all of that together, looking at past, present, and future, and really calibrating to where you are, but also where you want to go. So it's really a chance to bring a lot of people who hit all of those aspects into one room and serve a bunch of people to lift them up.
yeah. And a lot of these people, if not all of them, I know them personally, and I highly recommend them. It's not like I just put out a casting call and said, "Hey,
Hmm.
participate in a fair," and just everybody's showing up. No, I know these people, and they're very good. They're very good character, and I highly recommend all of them.
Yeah, Rick has really done a lot of work to kind of hand select the best of the best folks, and really people that he feels jive energetically with the goal here. So I think we've got a really amazing lineup of people
Hmm.
who will be available throughout the day, and then we're also going to have some additional things going on too.
Uh,
And
I,
we're working on having some live music as well, which would be fantastic to raise the vibration even more.
yeah, music is so great for that.
It is. It is.
Um, I love that these people are handpicked, because you go to some of the bigger, similarly
Mhm.
focused expos, and you can tell that some of the vendors there are more there because they are looking for money
Money.
rather
Mhm.
than looking to help. And of course, you pay people for their time and their talents. And
Sure. Mhm.
so, people are providing services and energy and all of that. So there's nothing wrong with making money.
No.
But when you go to these places and some of the vendors, like, you can tell their focus, especially if you're intuitive or an empath. Like, you can tell which ones are genuinely there because
Mhm.
they want to help other people versus the ones who are just trying to sell whatever they can sell because, hey, here's a market that we haven't tapped into yet, that sort of thing. So knowing you, Rick, and knowing the people that you have introduced me to, and by the way, Tracy introduced me to Rick, so I have her to thank for this. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just it does mean a lot that you would recommend the people who are going to be participating on that day, like, just not because they're participating, but because you trust them and you know that they're good-hearted people.
Oh yeah. I feel that, the vendors are representing Tracy and I, like if they're not good, if they're just there to make a buck, then that looks bad on us.
Hmm.
And they may not come back another time. So, that's why I wanted people with high integrity and who I know who are there to help people, not just in it for the money. Although, like you said, there's nothing wrong with making a little extra money, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we all need to live on this planet, but
Right.
we all choose how we live on this planet. And I think the integrity piece was a big deal to us, and I think the energy piece was a big deal to us because you can't lift the energy of an entire event if you've got a corner and over here on the left that's really here for the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So that's why it was so carefully curated to a really refined list of folks. Um, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll continue to add a few more people even as we get closer. We're still waiting to hear back, I think, from a couple of people, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's going to be a good crew. I'm actually really excited, and the venue itself is beautiful. That it's got an outdoor space. I mean, it's designed to create beautiful wedding pictures, so you're going to feel good being in this space. Like it's just a pretty spot on top of everything else.
Yeah.
It feels like a really good fit.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. And after saying all of what we just said, I'm also honored that I was asked to be a part of it.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. You're a perfect fit. You bring so much to the table.
You
And
And
kind of embody the energy we were looking for too. It's
yes,
it's
you
this, I mean,
do.
with between this podcast and the energy work that you do, that you really do a lot to kind of lift things up. And
Hmm.
that's what we were looking for. We were looking for people who were kind of committed to bettering everybody.
Yes. Hmm.
yeah, I appreciate that. So both of you have some talents too, but I know you're also organizing the event. So to put you on the spot or not put you on the spot, are you going to be offering your services?
No, I will. I'll be the one.
You'll be busy.
Unfortunately, yeah, no, I'll be the one walking around, making sure everything's okay, everybody's
Yeah.
happy, and any issues, I'll take care of them. And I just want to say this is our first event, so there's always room to grow and improve and add and take away. So,
Yeah. And
you
there will
know,
be hiccups. Every
yeah,
first event has
Oh
a hiccup.
yes.
And
sure,
you prepare, you do
Every
everything you
20th event
can.
has a hiccup. That's
Yeah.
just the way it
yeah,
is.
So it's like you said, you learn from it and you get better each
Mhm.
year. And so it's
yeah,
exciting to be, is it the first one is always the most exciting. And as I heard somebody else say recently, the first one is the one everybody will remember and be able to say, "Hey, I was at the first one." Five,
yeah,
10 years from now when it's even bigger, I
yeah,
was at the first one.
I've been coming since the first one.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
So
excited to hear people say that. I'm actually
yeah.
really excited about that.
So
yeah.
listeners, come.
Hopefully, it's we got to make such a good impression the first time that people will want to come back for the second, and
Yeah.
That's
so on and
true.
so forth.
That's true.
No pressure.
Yeah, yeah, no pressure at all. Well, we're getting all the,
Yeah, I'm
you know,
hopeful.
we're doing all the hard part.
I'll be with Rick wandering around making sure everything's going
Mhm.
smoothly. If I have some downtime, I'm not opposed to popping in as needed and maybe doing some readings. Um,
Oh, happy.
I have done some reading in my day. So I'm not opposed to doing that, but I think it's gonna take a village to get a village going.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
fingers crossed for good weather and
Yes, that
I'll
would
everything
do
be,
my
going
best.
swimmingly.
yes.
Manifest me up some good weather. I need good weather here.
This is your part, Nikki. You got to bring the good weather. Counting on you.
I'll start focusing on that right away.
Yeah.
Beautiful, sunny, pleasant.
And
Perfect weather.
hopefully, one of the people who's going to do the workshop, I know we haven't talked about that yet, but she does a combination of yoga and tai, tai chi or qigong. I can't remember which. But she said, if it's nice out, we can do it outside. And I'm like, oh, that
Mm,
would be perfect because it's so beautiful out there. And some nice, starting your day with some nice gentle movement would be perfect.
yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and just kind of in a like-minded space where
Yeah.
everybody's focused on reconnecting body and mind, I think is so important.
So, what other workshops have you lined up so far?
Oh, let's see. There's the one lady who does hypnosis. She's going to talk about that and how hypnosis is just not, turning people into chickens or anything like that. It's not a cheesy little act. It's how it can really help you dig deep inside of you and bring up the issues or things that you suppressed and to help you work on that so you can move forward. What else do we have? That is a great question. Oh my, I got
Yeah, we're still lining up some of these, but
Okay.
we'll have talks throughout the day. We'll have people available at different locations to do sessions as well.
we have
You
another
know,
lady who's gonna she is an angel. She communicates with angels, so she'll talk about that. I've heard her speak. Oof, you talk about a high energy woman. Holy cow! She will bring that level up, and she's amazing. And another one who does deal with, excuse me, energy work,
Hmm.
working on the body. Um, and yeah, that's all the ones I can think of right now, at the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you will have a website,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
people can go to the website to find out more and see the list of people or participants. Do you have a URL for the website yet?
Um, right now it's scheduled to be on my website,
Okay.
uh, healingbyhawkeye.com. That's healing, that's singular. And it's going to be under the events page, the
Okay.
new page, and but check it often because it's going to be keep getting updated as I get more information on the vendors because they're the ones who can really describe what they're going to do and
Hmm.
what they're going to bring to this event.
Yeah, and there will be a schedule available there too. So
Mhm.
you can go to healingbyhawkeye.com and get the schedule for the event and a list of vendors and a
Mhm.
map so you can get directions to the location and all of
Yeah,
that information.
and
Awesome. And
schedule the yeah.
I'll put a link in the show notes, and I'll also, if people are signed up for my newsletter, I'll also make sure that the information is available in February and March's newsletters,
Oh,
so they can find you as easily as possible.
Yeah, and then also check out Rick's social media and
Mhm.
his Facebook page and all of that stuff too. So there'll be links to the
oh yeah,
event on those
it's
spots as well.
Yep.
heavily advertised. There's a few other places I'm going to advertise it. So, like next door,
Mhm.
Mhm.
City of Cary website, Cary Spotlight, City of Morrisville
Mhm.
website, and
And events, Raleigh events, and those
Raleigh
spots
events.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a list, and
Yeah.
then we'll get to it.
There'll be a lot
Yeah.
of ways to find it, which is a
Yep.
great thing. We want people to come and enjoy, so we want it to be easy to find.
Right. And anybody who's listening to this podcast who lives in the Triangle area of North Carolina, or even just a short, little drive away, it could be the Triad or Wilmington. If you are interested in this day and you think you know other people who'd be interested too, please share this information. I mean,
Yeah,
you can share the
absolutely.
podcast link, you can share the website link, just share it so that people know that it's happening because it is the first one. And, we want a good group of people who are interested in making themselves better, helping each other get better, to come to this and really enjoy the day and get as much out of it as possible.
Absolutely.
Not to jump in and like steal your thunder, Rick. Sorry.
No, 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 no. Please do. Please do. I am a man of few words, so please, yes, please. It's a great time to get together with other like-minded people,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
and the energy is always very nice, very positive. Very. I know when I leave events like this, I'm always so uplifted, and
Yep.
excuse me, happy. Of
Yeah.
course, right?
Yeah, and we want to carry you through. Like we want to give you that lift so that it
Mhm.
lasts when you leave for a while.
Hmm.
And then we're thinking about making this a little more routine too. So there because we know that people are like cars, we need a little bit of maintenance.
Hmm.
And our energy sometimes needs a little bit of maintenance too. So we want to give people the option to kind of reconnect and carry these relationships forward in ways that will keep their energy high and kind of keep that light shining through some of this heavy energy.
You're right. And especially now in March, it's the weather's going to be nicer, so people are going to want to get out and feel the good weather and feel the nice strong frequencies around them. And so it'll be a nice, it'll be a good day. It's going to be a very good day.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. Mhm.
And the entry, it's only $10 to get in, so it's pretty cheap, pretty reasonable, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like super cheap. I can't
Yeah,
buy a fast food meal for that.
I know.
Right. There are some places you can't buy a coffee for that.
True story. True story.
So yeah, it's
Wow.
definitely worth the investment in yourself and your energy
Oh yeah,
to do
it's
a
a
day
great
like
day,
this.
a great day, and please, I meet a lot of children who are also into this, so please bring your children as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
family
this is
friendly
very,
event.
very family friendly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, open to
Absolutely.
everybody. Everybody is welcome. Come on in.
So is there anything we haven't touched on that you or anything you want to reiterate before we sign off?
Um, no, it's like I said, and Tracy mentioned that the list is getting, is growing as we go. I'm getting people reaching out to me saying they're interested in participating, so I'm getting a hold of them, and it's going to be good. It's not a huge event, but it's a nice, good community event. It's like a homegrown event.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I would say it's a manageable size. Sometimes you go
Yeah.
to these events and they're at the civic centers and it's just rows and rows of people. And for me, that energy as an empath gets
Yes.
kind of overwhelming, honestly. It's because ever you can feel the back and forth and the pull and the ebbs and flows of it, and I leave those events simultaneously engaged and interested, but also kind of a little drained because
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
so many people and there's so much going on, and I can feel it all. I This is a little more intimate and a little more nurturing by
Yeah.
design. Like that was part of what we were thinking about when we were thinking through it, because the theme is sort of more nurturing and a little bit more balancing. I'm I I love the big events for for kind of that energy part, but I'm
Hmm.
excited about this event for the sort of sparking, the joy, the warmth of it. I think it's going to be really nice.
Yeah.
And I'll bring my kiddos.
All right.
My youngest one definitely could use it right now. I think she's in high school. I can't imagine being in high school at this particular junction
Oh,
Right.
and in one of those really big high schools like she goes to where it's thousands of children. She's just worn out by the time she gets home every day.
oh,
Hmm.
It'll be great.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, good. Yes, bring her. Time for her to get centered and grounded. It'll be, yeah,
It'd be really good for her.
it'll be good for her.
Yeah. I'll have to talk to my niece about it. She's 15 and also in high school. I I know it's a
Yeah.
struggle, especially in the really big high schools like that.
Yeah. There's just, and you're literally bumping into people in the hallway.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
I don't know how she
Oh,
does it.
yeah.
All right. So again, this is called Balanced Mind, Body, and Energy Fair. And it's going to be on March 23rd. from 11 to 5. I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm doing this by memory.
You are correct.
At what's the name of the center again? The place?
Paramount Event Venue.
Paramount Event Venue. And I will have all that information in the show notes and how you can connect. So,
The
and
building is kind of like if you go outside to just take a break, you will not be disturbed by traffic, but yet it's close enough to main roads where you can easily get in and get
Oh
out.
yeah, they're all, and there
yeah.
are tons of little eateries. There's a
Yeah.
couple of coffee shops nearby. And it's right off 540,
Mhm.
kind of in that area, so it's easy to get to as well. So, it's nestled back there in a nice area with eateries and coffee and easy on and off
And,
traffic
and plenty of free parking.
and plenty of free parking,
That's,
which sometimes is a real commodity
yeah, I
these
was going to
days.
say
It
that
is.
around here, that's a big deal now.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So,
That was one of my checklist. How many tables and is there free parking? So one of the major ones.
well, I'm glad you found this place. I'm looking forward to seeing it for myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody who comes out and all the all the participants, all the vendors who are going to be there. I only know a few of them, I think, so it'll be nice to meet others.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so thank you for putting this together. I know it's a labor of love. And like truly it's all about love. So I appreciate the fact that you two are doing this.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Oh, I think it's truly our pleasure.
yes. At first I was very hesitant
Yes, right.
but
Wait,
I'm
what's up?
loving it. I'm actually loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you're called to do things,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, but really?
Yeah. Oh, I wanna just
Okay.
sit behind my table and do nothing.
It's winter. I'm cold. What do you mean I need to
Yeah.
plan something?
Right. I
Yeah.
just want to sit here with my hot cocoa under three blankets
Pretty
and
much. I
Exactly.
literally what I'm doing right this second, not gonna lie. That is exactly what I'm doing
Yeah.
right this
I
second.
tapped into
You
you.
did,
No.
you did. And it would be even better if you knew I'm sitting under my childhood bed pink butterfly quilt on top of it all. Like that's really where I am right now.
Oh
Um,
well, you deserve it. You've been working very hard. So.
yeah, I think so many folks are feeling that though,
Oh
Yeah.
that it was
yeah.
I felt sort of led and Rick felt led at the same time, and it was like we just need, okay, fine, we just need to do this. We need to make this happen. There's something special about this event that needs to come into the world.
Yeah, I think both of us are drawn to bringing people together. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nikki may
and
know.
Nikki definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
turns out that's
yeah.
what this
That's what brings it.
podcast ended up being all about, which is
Yeah.
not what I
Yeah,
expected. I love it.
always about bringing people together. That just gives me a great feeling when, like, hey, I know just the person you need to talk to, and
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. I
yeah,
love that.
like, this is the next step.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, thank you again for taking some time out of your Saturday to talk about this and Tracy, go get some rest. Thanks again to Tracy and Rick for joining me, and thanks to you for listening. If you are interested in sharing your own paranormal experiences, or if you have an idea for an episode topic, please reach out through the contact form at peeppodcast.com. That's PEEP podcast.com. Remember, that stands for People Experiencing Everyday Paranormal. While you're there, subscribe to my newsletter to keep up with the podcast and all my creative and energetic endeavors. I only email it once a month. You'll receive briefs on recent episodes, information on any upcoming appearances, plus some occasional fun extras. If you enjoy the podcast, please give it some rating love on your favorite podcast app, share it with friends, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Ratings, reviews, and shares help platforms like Apple Podcast and Spotify know it's worthy of surfacing to new listeners. And as we build our audience, we have more chances to hear more paranormal stories. A huge thank you to everyone who has given the show some love. you're helping it grow. No matter how you support the show, listening, telling others about it, or any other way, I appreciate your being here. Thanks again for listening. Stay safe and be well.